The Guam Police Department's Internal Affairs Division is tasked with finding out if a police officer acted inappropriately when responding to a criminal complaint back in December. KUAM has learned that a father reported to police that an active-duty military man had sent photos of his genitals to his 13-year-old daughter. Sources tell the news team that when the officer arrived to his home to take the complaint, the officer reportedly told him that no crime had been committed, since the military man was not aware that the girl was a minor. Additionally, the officer said the case would not hold up in court. GPD spokesperson Officer A.J. Balahaja.
That is currently under investigation. Internal Affairs is looking into that particular case. Not speaking of the specifics of this particular case or this complaint, it's quite possible that the officer that arrives at your residence to take a complaint may believe that there is no complaint to be taken.
While the officer didn't believe a crime had been committed, he proceeded to contact the alleged suspect via email using his official GPD email account. According to the email that KUAM obtained anonymously, the officer informed the military man that the girl he'd been communicating with was a minor. He further advised him to delete the evidence, the photos, and cease all communication with the minor. The actions were questioned by the girl's father, who pursued the case against the military man by filing a criminal complaint with another precinct and by filing a complaint with Internal Affairs. Officer Balahaja says those residents who aren't satisfied with an officer's response can request to speak to their supervisor or call the chief of police's office.
Our officers are trained to know what is a criminal act or a civil act, and like I said, I can't speak on specifics in regards to this particular case.
But Guam law is very clear when it comes to crimes involving minors. Attorney General Leonardo Rapadas.
The fact that you have an adult doing that and sending it to anyone can be a problem, and it's especially a problem if you're sending it to a minor. It's unusual to have a police officer or some law enforcement agent say that certain cases aren't going to go anywhere. Everything needs to be fully investigated.
According to 9 GCA Chapter 25.01, indecent electronic display to a child constitutes a third-degree felony, as any person who intentionally exposes the genitals of himself in a lewd or lascivious manner has reason to believe that the transmission is viewed on a computer or other device capable of electronic data storage or transmission by a minor.
In this day and age, it's not uncommon that elementary and middle school kids will have smartphones or make accounts on various social networks, and it's for the protection of kids who are often the victims of online predators that the Attorney General reminds parents to get involved, set ground rules, and get the passwords to all of their kids' accounts.
A predator can come into the house uninvited through the computer, through the smartphones, or whatever the kids are having out. So it's even more important that parents get involved. Who are you chatting with on the computer? And do I know this person? So those are the things that you need to be involved in. And on top of that, there's some steps parents need to take, and that's to get the computer out of the bedroom and put it in the living room for everyone to see. I mean, that's going to cause problems for kids who've never done that before, but at the very beginning you should do that so that the kids know the ground rules.
The complaint was filed with police on December 14th, which means GPD management has a few more weeks under the 60-day rule to decide on what action, if any, will be taken against the officer. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Mindy Egan.